Hi everyone, welcome. Today for class I'm going to suggest having a strap and at least one block, but as always feel free to add any props that will support your practice. Today we're going to be doing a yin class that focuses on the lung and large intestine meridian. We're going to get started in hero's pose. So as you can see, I'm sitting up on a block with my knees bent, feet pointing backwards. I always like to check my feet to make sure that they're not sickled, but that the tops of my feet are laying flat to the mat. With our hands, I'm going to suggest Gyan Mudra, bringing the thumb and first finger together, palms facing up, creating a tall spine, reaching out through the crown of the head, creating a small tuck of the chin, perhaps closing the eyes, or just softening the gaze. We'll take a moment here to really establish and get in touch with the breath. Tracing the breath from the nose to the back of the throat, down the trachea, into the lungs. As the exhales move in the opposite direction from the lungs, up through the trachea, the back of the throat, and out through the nose. Just noticing where you feel the breath in your body today. Perhaps noticing as you inhale the diaphragm moving down, pushing the abdominal contents out. And as you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes, drawing the belly in, allowing the breath to move up and out. Not only does the breath move up and down, but it also moves side to side. We have a right and a left lung. So as the air moves through the trachea, it goes down through the bronchial trees. We have 3 lobes on the right and 2 lobes on the left. The heart occupying the space where the 3rd lobe would be. This bronchial tree gets smaller and smaller until it gets to the air-filled sacs at the ends, almost like leaves of a tree. The alveoli. Just noticing the sides of the ribs. As you inhale, the sides expanding outwards. As you exhale, noticing any sensations of the side body. Then bringing your attention to the front and the back body, the rib cage connecting at the center of the chest, at the sternum, protecting the vital organs beneath it. In the back body, where the lungs are perhaps the fullest, they extend down the spine. More space in the back body of the lungs than we do in the front body. And taking a moment to notice the breath in all 6 directions as it flows down and up, right and left, forward and back. Take a few 360-degree breaths, full circumferential breathing, filling the lungs to capacity. A few more breaths just like this. When you feel ready, you can flutter open your eyes. You can release the mudra. We'll come onto our hands and our knees. You can move the block out from underneath you. And we're going to set up for threading the needle. We'll thread the needle. We'll take our right arm, place it onto the mat behind our left hand, coming onto our right shoulder. And with the left hand, you can start to move it out in front of you. Tailbone towards the sky. Just adding some compression to the back of the right arm. The lung meridian moves from the shoulder down the front part of the arm towards the thumb. And the large intestine moves from the forefinger up the back of the arm to the shoulder. Breathing deeply here. And stay for a few more rounds of breath. To come out, move your left hand back in, press into that hand, coming back to hands and knees or tabletop. Taking a moment, noticing how you feel. We move into the other side. This time, left hand reaches behind the right hand that you're laying onto your left shoulder. Right arm reaches up and out in front of you. Taking your time to settle into the pose. It may seem odd that the lungs and the large intestines are paired meridians, as anatomically they are separated within the body. But functionally, they perform similar tasks. The lungs interacting with the air around us, they absorb oxygen and they expel carbon dioxide. Similarly, the large intestines interact with the food energy that we consume, absorbing its water and expelling any solid waste. So the lungs and large intestines help to support us, to separate that which serves us, and to release the waste that we no longer need. Be here for a few more breaths, allowing the breath to lead the way, relaxing the body. To come out, move the right hand back underneath you, pressing into that hand, coming into tabletop, hands and knees. From here, we're going to make our way onto our belly. We'll take a brief stop into Sphinx pose, coming onto our elbows, extending our legs out behind us. Chest risen off the floor, looking forward. Drawing the heart through the arms, shining the lungs forward. Lower all the way down into crocodile pose. Resting your head on your forearms or hands. We're going to prepare and set up for scorpion. So we'll start by extending our right arm off to the side, looking towards the left. Placing your left hand next to your low ribs, bending into your elbow. Then bend your knee, foot up to the sky. Then rolling onto the right side of your body, move the foot back behind you. We're rolling over onto the front part of our right shoulder. We have the support of the left hand and left foot on the ground. We're breathing here. The emotional qualities of lung qi is said to be that of courage and reverence. You notice that in the way that we use language to say that something beautiful or profound takes our breath away. Perhaps to steady our courage, we take a big breath before a presentation or speaking something that needs to be said. All emotions are part of the human experience. Though when out of balance, the lungs can hold on to grief or sadness, feeling unable to express themselves fully. A few more breaths. Slowly, ever so gently rolling back onto your belly. Pausing into crocodile pose. Forehead to hands or forearms. Repeat on the other side. So extending the left arm out long beside you. Right hand comes to the right low ribs, bending into the elbow. Then bend your knee so your foot is in the air. And pressing into the hand, moving the right foot behind you, twisting onto the left front shoulder. Allowing the breath to massage the body. The element associated with the lungs is metal. Metal being a great conduit for energy. Similarly, our lungs help to bring in that vital chi, that vital prana with the universe. We move that energy through different channels in our body. We'll take a few more deep, purifying breaths here. Slowly roll back onto your belly. This time we'll push into our hands, coming through tabletop all the way back into child's pose. As I mentioned before, we have so much lung space in our back body. As the diaphragm starts at the rib cage in the front of the body, and then like an umbrella descends down and back, really to about the middle to lower portion of our back. There are 12 thoracic spines, vertebrae, ribs come off of. The diaphragm descending down towards those 12th vertebrae. End of your exhale, Come up to your hands and knees again. Have your block and strap handy. From here, move your left knee more or less to the center of the mat, picking up your right leg, crossing it over so that you can kind of wiggle your knees into each other. Move your feet out wide towards the edges of the mat. And then you can roll back and sit either on the mat itself, perhaps a block, so that your legs are in Gomukhasana or cow face pose. Then take the strap in your right hand, extending it up over behind you, and then with the left hand, reach for the strap behind your back. Opening up the front of the chest, the back of the right arm. Breathing deeply here. Just as metal is a conduit for electricity and energy, our voice too is a conduit for our sense of expression and creativity. The vocal folds being found in the pathway of the breath between the nose and the pharynx and the lungs. Communication being a vital part of the lung qi. A few more breaths here. You can release the strap, release your arms. Walk your hands back out in front of you. You can uncross your legs, coming back into a neutral tabletop. And we'll set up to do the same thing on the other side. So moving your right knee more or less into the center of the mat, picking up your left leg, crossing it over, and kind of wiggling your knees is just as close as they comfortably can come together. Spreading your feet wide towards the edges of the mat, then push back so that you can sit either on the mat or a block. This time the strap comes into the left hand as it reaches up and over the back of the head. Right arm comes underneath to grab the strap behind your back. Sitting up nice and tall, shining the chest forward. looking for those more passive tissues, the joints, the ligaments, the bones. This may not be our deepest, most active stretch here. Rather, find that sensation, coming into contact with it, and simply sitting to observe it with your breath. Finding those places where we can let go and allowing our skeleton to settle. A few more breaths here. And if you're ready, release the strap. Roll forward, back onto hands and knees, uncrossing the legs. You can move the block off to the side. We're going to make our way to our back. Just however you would like to get there, slowly, without disturbing yourself too much. Rolling all the way down to your back, drawing the knees to the chest, perhaps hugging them in, just into a ball position. Allowing your body to settle onto the mat, to its back body. Take your arms, move them out into a cactus position, and then let the legs fall to one side or the other, looking in the opposite direction. A supine twist. Allowing the twist, just wring out your abdomen, large intestine, starting on the right lower side. The ascending colon moves up to the right side below your rib cage. And it transverses across to the left side, where it descends to the left lower side, snakes its way into the pelvis to allow for elimination. Let go of that which no longer serves you. Slowly untwist, coming back into a neutral ball. Taking a moment just on your back. And again, allowing your arms to come out to a T. Legs drop to opposite side this time. Turning the head and neck to face in the opposite direction of the legs. Or supine twist on the other side. The mental qualities of the lung and large intestine gives us the ability to persevere, gives us a sense of mental clarity and that ability to discern. It allows us to endure. When out of balance, the mental qualities can create a sense of fog, of unease, the inability to make decisions and move forward. A few more breaths here. At the end of your next exhale, unwind, coming back into a neutral position on your back. Then extend the legs long, setting up for your best shavasana. Extending one leg and then the other, perhaps placing one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. Allowing your body to become comfortable, resting on the mat. Letting your bones settle and let go. Know that you can always pause here for as long as you need. Otherwise, the next time you hear my voice, we'll be coming to the close of class. Slowly, ever so gently, start to draw your awareness back to the space around you. In your mind's eye, see your body laying on the floor. Start to invite in small movements to your fingers and your toes. Perhaps rubbing the tongue to the roof of your mouth and deepening your breath. Eventually curling in tight, perhaps taking a big stretch long. Roll over to your favorite side. Take a full round of breath here. Take all the time that you need. Eventually coming back into a seated position. Hands can come to heart center. Perhaps you'd like to keep them in your lap, or even in Gyan Mudra, with thumb and first finger touching the lung and large intestine meridian, completing the circle. Giving yourself a moment of gratitude for showing up to practice today. The love and light in me honors the love and light in you. Namaste.